What up, though?
How you doing today?
I'm doing good. I'm doing good. I'm doing well. I ain't got no complaints.
You having a good day today?
Yes, I am.
Me too, me too. Today topic is men above women, right? And what's the hierarchy? It's a lot going on, in the collective with um, just male dominance. It's pretty much a gender war for real, for real. You know what I'm saying? We fighting for position. Men and women fighting for position, and we don't know our places no more. We don't know our positions. You know what I'm saying? We don't know our uh our place. You feel me? So I wanted to get a divine feminine on here to get their perspective. You know what I'm saying? I wanted to, to get your insight, and I wanted to just, uh hear how you see what you got to say about it. You know what I'm saying?
All right.
So what you feel like? Do you feel like the men hold a higher position than the women, or is it equal? Or do women hold more position than the men?
Well, um, I'm just, I am a divine feminine energy, but I'm old school. I'm an old school divine feminine energy. So I still believe in like chivalry and, you know, monogamous relationships. I still am like that kind of energy. I'm That's me. I'm old school. You know what I'm saying? So I'm with the whole traditional thing. Um, I feel like we as a
Okay, all right, hold
collective,
on. Before you start, my bad. What's your definition of a traditional relationship or a traditional man?
um, the protector. Um, Now when it comes to the traditional 50-50 thing, but it's not traditional for everybody. But I feel like we need both. It has to be a balance. And a lot of us come from households, or we grew up in households where the dynamics were um not everybody, but some of us did grow up in a household where we may have had a stepfather or something like that,
Right.
where the the masculine energy like was the hierarchy in the household. You know what I'm saying? So
Yeah.
we were programmed for things to be in the way that they are, on top of it being a bunch of chaos.
Okay. So
Within
your
it within
definition of a traditional man is protection and providing, right?
Yeah, yes, protection, providing, just being like in leadership, um responsible and a reliable individual when it comes to being like traditional. Like back in those days, like maybe even before our time, it's kind of, I'm not even gonna say like that was what it was back then in those days. I'm not gonna say that. I'm gonna say before crack hit the scene and all these different you know what I'm saying
Yeah,
though?
yeah,
Like,
yeah, yeah.
and it was like we were left to our own decisions, or how we were gonna be as like the role model in the relationship, how we were, whether it was going to be 50-50 or, but a traditional relationship to me would be like definitely somebody, a protector, the leader, the head, you know what I'm saying? And I do honestly believe in like the 50-50 thing, but that wasn't always put in place back in those traditional days. You get what I'm saying? But now that I'm like, I've matured from where I once was. So yes, I'm still like old school and I believe in the traditional way of things, chivalry and the woman being submissive, and I'm still with all of that. But it's still like it was something that was holding our the African American dynamic when it comes to couples and being in relationships. It was a stigma, the stigma of us not being like able to carry the weight that the man carries, or us not being able to, like, oh, we should be seen and not heard energy. You know what I'm saying? So I feel like if we work together when it comes to the yin and the yang energy, that balance that is necessary, it wouldn't have to be, oh, that's traditional. That's a traditional relationship, or it wouldn't have to be separated like that, because it will all just be, everybody would just be on one accord, or, on one path when it comes to being in a relationship where the man is the man and the man wears the pants, the woman wears the dress, the skirt, the leggings, or whatever she's wearing, but allow the man to be a man. You know what I'm saying? Like, be honestly being seen and not heard. I'm just being honest. That's a traditional relationship to me. Like,
For
being,
the
being,
for the female, right? Being seen
yeah,
and not heard. So you still believe in that?
like, well, in certain aspects, because you want us divine feminine energy. I'm speaking for me. I am, but in experience, we would want, oh, my throat. Um the masculine energy to feel masculine any way, shape, form, or fashion, where you can make sure that your significant other is comfortable. You know what I'm saying? You ain't talking down on your significant other, or you ain't argumentative with your significant other, and that kind of energy. You know what I'm saying? But not the relationships today. You see people arguing with a significant other. It's a lack of accountability. There's screaming matches, damn near fighting in public areas, and we know your business because y'all fighting, y'all arguing instead of handling it in private. They're too public with their relations nowadays. But
Yeah.
I've been there. I've been in like a low vibrational situation as well. Not to say that, oh, I'm perfect Patty or something like that, but I feel like I might be different than a lot of other feminine energy. Every feminine energy is not gonna agree with me. So,
Yeah. So so you would say you traditional, you traditional,
well,
or it's
it's
a
almost
balance?
like it's almost like the way about the traditional ways, certain aspects of the traditional ways I adhere to myself personally. Cause like my mom is not traditional.
That's how you
She's
was
not
raised. She raised you like that, or
she is that way. She's not traditional though. She's not.
so she not traditional?
She's still here.
Yeah, yeah,
My mom runs the show.
yeah.
I'm not I
So that's how you was raised.
no, that's not how I was. That's not how I was raised. I always been against my mother did.
Or you was
Like, she
against
was
it?
really mean. Yeah. I never I'm because I'm more emotional in her though, and like you can't cry and shit in front of her because she'll it'll look like a weakness to her.
Yeah.
The way I'm wise,
Slowing down.
the relationship buffering,
They can hear you
whatever.
though.
The relation, the we are building a new relationship, me and my mother, because I'm not like her. I'm not. I'm just so I'm totally different from her. Like she is like my my inner emotions. Like I'm okay with being emotional. Like not like to the point where it's karmic, but where I'm not afraid to be emotional. Like I'm not afraid to be vulnerable for my divine masculine, or in a situation where I am called by the most high God to be vulnerable. I've healed enough to be able to go into those different corners, places that I've never been because I was taught. Did I, obey those? No, I was very rebellious. So I was taught that, you know, crying was weakness, or you weak because you're crying or something like that. And it kind of like triggered childhood issues. It made childhood issues between me and my mom. So what I did was we're restarting our relationship as mother and daughter so that she could learn my way of things, like the healing part. Like it was never like healing for my mother. It was always, her way. It was definitely her way.
Or the
My
highway.
throat chakra is
Can you
on
hear me? Cause
fire.
it look like I'm froze.
I can hear you, but I can't see you.
Yeah, I'm froze. All right, well it's cool. Long if you can hear me, man. Somebody tried to call me, man. They didn't messed up the whole, but it's cool though. So okay, so you always felt like that since the beginning, since a kid, like I'm not feeling how my mama is, treating her boyfriends or her husbands, or it took you some years to really realize, like, hold on, man, like I don't think it's supposed to be like that. You know what I'm saying? I think it's supposed to be like, you feel me, a balance. You feel me, him hearing
Yeah,
her out, him not overshadowing her. You feel me, like, cause I be feeling like most women, their biggest fear is like a man coming in and shadowing their light. You know what I'm saying? And that's big because we got a lot of independent women out here. You know what I'm saying? We got a lot of strong,
yeah,
powerful women that's out here. You know what I'm saying? A whole high rank, uh, powerful positions, all that. You know what I'm saying? Big power players. You know what I'm saying? And
yeah,
in their head, they like, man, I worked too hard to come this far for somebody to come in and try to take you know, take what I built, you feel me, and take credit for it. You get what I'm saying? I came
mhm,
too far. So I feel like that's where we at right now with the collective, where everybody is like butting heads on who is the leader. You know what I'm saying? Who was the leader? Who the leader? And this my take on it, right? This is my take, right? I feel like we need each
mhm,
other. I always say I feel like we need each other. You know what I'm saying? We both need the man and the woman. You can't breathe without inhaling and exhaling. That's the feminine and masculine energies. Just breathing, inhaling and
exactly,
exhaling. You feel me? When you
exactly.
inhale, that's the feminine energy. You feel me? Because you
Yeah,
receiving. You breathing in. When you breathing in, that's the feminine energy. When you exhaling, that's the masculine. So for people to say that we don't need the man or we don't need the woman, okay, how is you breathing? How is you breathing? You get what I'm saying? So I feel like we need each
right.
other, man. I feel like we really need each other. We can't uh we can't procreate without one another. You get what I'm saying? And I
Yeah,
think it really comes down to trauma. You know what I'm saying? Trauma. Even if we haven't experienced a lot of the experiences like, you know, breakups, heartbreaks, being cheated on, being lied to. If we haven't experienced those things, now social media gonna make sure that you aware of it, or hold some type of influence on it. And that's what it is right now. Like, it's a lot of people that's doing a lot of regurgitated content, bullshit content on uh love don't exist no more. We don't need women. We don't need men. At the end of the day, man, we need each other, man. You know, ain't no
because
ain't no such
love still
thing.
exists.
Yeah, love still exists, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, people just always
Yes.
just, so in competition. It's not about competition. It's not about being right. You know what I'm saying? It it be bigger than just us. You know what I'm saying? It's bigger than just us. You know, it ain't
It's
about,
about alignment.
yeah, it's about alignment, man. You feel me? Divine timing. You feel me? So, um, do you see a change? Do you see a change from? Because for real, I feel like it's a change from the 70s, 80s, 90s, because women do got more rights. You know what I mean? It was a point to where y'all couldn't even vote. Y'all couldn't even have bank accounts until like the 60s or something like that. Without a man being like a co-signer for y'all. Y'all couldn't even open bank accounts. I forgot the exact date, but I think it was the 60s. Women couldn't even have their own bank accounts. So
Yeah, women didn't have rights.
y'all fought for empowerment. You know what I'm saying? So, but it's like, you know, I feel like, man, we just all getting puppet mastered. You know what I'm saying? You know, people know what they doing, man. You know what I'm saying? I feel like we know what we doing, but we just want to do what we want to do. Especially us as a culture. You know what I'm saying? Us as black people, we be knowing right from wrong, but we just choose to do the wrong shit. You get what I'm saying? But
Yes.
again, this the thing too, right? A lot of people really not divine. A lot of people really not, because divine mean godlike, right? You could just be
Yes.
a regular masculine or a regular feminine, right? You know, but to be divine is godlike, right? That's like alien type form. You know what I'm saying? That's a different type of. So when you seeing it from a bird's eye view, an eagle's eye view, it's just different. You get what I'm saying? Um, and it's only a handful. You know what I'm saying? Everybody don't think like that. You know what I'm saying? Selfless. You know what I'm saying? Um, so what do you think could help the culture when it pertaining to the masculine and feminine energy? You know what I'm saying? What you think can help?
More shadow,
Mm,
more shadow work, and more. We need to bring more healing into the black communities. Codes. More healing. The people, especially not that everybody, you know, you know, use some of
yeah,
this good healing, but our community, especially the African American carbonated beings, our people need it, especially because the communities are corrupt. It's like they were intentionally all that different energy, all that negative energy was intentionally brought to our
yeah,
particular specific communities, and I
yeah.
feel like
We was
that is where a
targeted.
lot of the chaos and the conflict is in
Facts.
our communities. So
Yeah,
we need to bring healing, more awareness of you don't have to stay like that. You don't have to stay in that energy. You don't have to think like that anymore. You can change your way of thinking. You can change your way of being. It needs to be more of that energy brought into even the online communities, but physically, some of us we may do, or we may need to start getting out into communities and some like bean pies and shit. Yeah, you remember,
Oh
the
yeah, the bean
Muslims,
pie.
how they get out,
And they still be
they
doing that where I'm at, though. They still be
yeah,
doing that, though. Yeah,
yeah, they physically get out there and get the word out there about healing and the divine, and the divine mother, and all of that energy, that Christ consciousness energy. And we get out there and we physically get the people, you know what I'm saying? And I mean, we have to try something when nothing is working. You know what I'm saying? We have to
yeah,
try somewhere. We have to start somewhere. And I just feel like we're lacking as a people, myself included, we're lacking that the energy of people being more in leadership and getting different things done instead of trying to fight with each other back and forth on social media, because the people that
facts.
are in in the media, being seen in the media, that's supposed to be our leaders,
Yeah,
um are fighting with each other. They're fighting with each other. The different so-called leaders are doing more chaos energy than healing. Like, where is the healing? Like, anybody
yeah,
talking about healing? Y'all not spreading awareness to the communities where these younger individuals, or the crystal babies, are
yeah,
experiencing different drugs and stuff like that. What happened to them? Y'all teaching the youth? Where is all this energy? Y'all got all this energy to be beefing with each other, and I'm talking about the different leaders
yeah,
that's supposed to be divine and chosen ones, and all of this energy. But being a
yeah,
chosen one is not a badge of honor unless you're doing the work. Unless you really are out there on the front line and you've gotten attacked. You went down there through the spiritual attacks, and people,
yeah,
you dealt with that energy. Like, you out here fighting for real, for a cause, not you just y'all trying to beef with each other back and forth on social media because this shit for clout or that kind of
yeah.
energy. No,
Right, right, right.
absolutely
Because
not.
look, one thing for certain, two things for sure, man. What's done in the dark gonna come to the light, and you can't fake for too long. So like, even if you just
Exactly.
doing it, if a person doing it for clout, it's gonna show in a real life, if whether or not if they was doing it for clout or not, because it's gonna show if if whether or not if they was really putting the work in. You get what I'm saying?
Right.
And
Yeah.
a lot of men just think that just because they got a penis between their legs that they a man. You know what I'm saying? So I'ma speak for the women, you know what I'm saying? Like, just because you a man and you got a deep voice and you got a beard don't mean that you a man. You know what I'm saying? Actions speak way louder than words, man. Do you got
Gotta put
discipline?
that work in.
You got to put the work in. Do you got discipline? Do you got structure? You know what I'm saying? Do you work out? Do it show? You know what I'm saying? Like, can you tell yourself no? You know what I'm saying? Like, are you building? What are you building? You know what I'm saying? Like, can you fight? You know what I'm saying? Can you run? Can you hunt? You know what I'm saying? Shit like that. Like, are you saving? You know what I'm saying? Like, those are real like tools that our youth really need to know, you know what I'm saying, and to always remain high in all situations. So even when a person disrespects you or you feel disrespected, to still take that experience, that moment, as this is a learning experience, and this is a time where I can teach right now. You get what I'm saying? Or to learn, you know what I'm saying? Because sometimes you're the teacher, sometimes you're the student. You ain't gonna always be the teacher. You ain't gonna always be the student. You know what I'm saying? But to just have the discernment to
Exactly.
know, you feel me? To know, okay, right now I'm getting some game through at me right now. So let me go ahead and take this in. You know what I'm saying? Because, but some like a lot of us is so prideful to where we could hear some good game and we still deny it just because of who it's coming from. You get what I'm saying? And God
Exactly.
can come in all forms. God can come in all forms. You get what I'm saying?
Come to anybody or anything.
Exactly. He can come from a animal, a plant, a homeless person, a bum. God come in all forms.
Yeah.
You just gotta have to get the discernment to know when is it happening. You know what I'm saying? You know, to just pause the moment and be like, oh man, they giving me some game right now, man. Like, man, I'm tripping. Like, you feel me? And I'm just now really learning that. Honestly, like my gifts, like I'll be like, damn, oh, that's what that was. And I may catch it like it may be an hour later, it may be a day later, it may be a year or two later, you know what I'm saying? But as long as you catch it, you know what I'm saying? As long as you get the information. You get what I'm saying? But
Yes.
that's what it's about, man. It ain't about being right or wrong. Ain't no right or no wrong to this shit, man. We gonna mess up a million times and a million more, man. It's just about working on it. You know
It's
what I'm
just
saying?
growth. It's only
Yeah, it's
growth.
about growth. Being better than yesterday. You know what I'm saying? Like, man, I ain't doing that shit no more, man. You feel me? And if you do it again, learn from it again. You feel me? Never giving up. I feel like we be giving up on ourselves, you know. We give up on ourselves, man. You know, and not only and when you give up on yourself, it's only natural for you to give up on the people around you. You know what I'm saying? So ultimately, it's the man in the mirror.
Exactly.
You know, it's the man in the mirror. It's like, you know, you can't help nobody, you know, unless you right. You know what I'm saying? So if you know your mental ain't right, your spirit ain't right, how the fuck can I help somebody if I'm not right? You know what I'm saying? And just telling yourself no, man. You know, like me. I told you I ain't smoked in almost 2 weeks. And you told me like, man, you been cranky. I'm like, man, you right. Like, you know what I'm saying? I ain't denied it nothing because I know for a fact. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's real shit. Like, she told me, like, you been cranky. That is the truth. I am cranky. You know what I'm saying? I'm going through a detox, smoking for years. And then, I mean, I stopped off and on here and there, you know what I'm saying? But I kind of like went super hard, like, you know what I'm saying, within these last few months, like, you know what I'm saying, when it come to smoking weed and shit, you know, but, you know, just realizing when you know, like, man, it's time to back up from this, you know what I'm saying? And it could be anything. It could be masturbate, it could be porn, it could be weed, it could be crack, it could be coffee, it could be anything that you know you're going too hard at and you know you gotta stop, you gotta pull back from, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It could be chocolate, it could be anything, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, man, I'm going too hard at it. So to tell yourself no is the hardest thing a person can do because it's easy to tell somebody else no, but when you tell yourself no, like, man, I ain't having that candy bar. I ain't finna watch no porn today. I ain't smoking no weed. I ain't fucking no females for however many days. Tell yourself no. You feel me? But look, this the thing too, right? This the thing too, right? Every time I do tell myself no, I always get them blessings like, I swear, like, my blessings, like, my manifestations come so much faster.
Mm-hmm.
It's like
Yeah.
it's like an offering. It's like a, you know, I'm sacrificing, you know, whatever I wanted to give up. And then, like, it sounds crazy, it sounds biblical, but it is really the truth. Cause it's like, soon as I stop smoking weed, you know, it's just stuff just start to just happen more smoothly. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm
You
just,
got to have something in exchange for the universe.
Facts. It don't always got to be a blood sacrifice. That's what people fail to realize. You don't
Exactly.
always got to kill an animal or a human to enhance your magic. You get what I'm saying? You could just simply tell yourself no. You feel me? You know, people think like, oh yeah, I gotta let me go ahead and get this, because, you know, people kill insects for blood
I was
sacrifice. They
gonna
do all
say
type
people
of
do.
shit, huh?
I was gonna say people do that.
Man, people kill insects for a ritual. They kill dogs. They kill cats. They kill humans for a blood sacrifice. They do all type of stuff. You feel me? And you don't even gotta go that far. You could just simply tell yourself no from whatever addiction that you have, and you go see your blessings from there. You get what I'm saying? Um,
I already know.
you feel me?
I feel you.
Um,
Felt.
yeah, this is a good build right here, though, man. This definitely a good build, and I feel like you know, I like these type of topics and conversations, man, because
They're
it's
necessary.
yeah, yeah, it definitely is, man. It definitely is, man, for sure. So, what you got? What you got planned? For your channel, basically.
So, I'm going to revamp the Freedom Project. That's pretty much what I ain't really wanted a lot because
Okay.
I just wanted to do it. I wanted to, you know,
Yeah.
just do it. So
Yeah.
because bullshit try to
Yeah. Yeah.
project
Yeah.
fear and
Yeah.
but what I'm currently working on my channel is healing classes, my mastery
Okay. Okay.
classes.
Okay. Well, yeah, you ain't got to say no more. Then that's enough. That's enough. You feel me? That's enough right there. You feel me? But
Yeah,
man, I appreciate your time. Amazing on everything, man. You coming on here. You feel me? I feel like we touched. We pretty much. You know what I'm saying? It was a good dialogue. We touched up on the topic. You know what I mean? We could always have a
yeah,
part two on it. You know what I'm saying? I'm froze.
exactly.
I'm froze right now. They on some bullshit.
Yeah, but can I just say one thing real quick? And
What?
this is for my divine masculine energy. Been thinking a lot, and I just I, you guys aren't being like lifted how you guys should be. That's what as a YouTube where people are viewing me, I feel like I'm a divine feminine, of course, but um the divine masculine energy, I feel like y'all are important too. Y'all are important too in that I feel like you guys should be getting more like praise and because I can't speak for every divine feminine energy, but I would like to see more of you, more of my skin complexion in leadership,
Yeah.
but innocent leadership, honest leadership, like not in leadership because you got some money or you connected to a cult or some shit like that. I'm saying more energy of actually being a role model for the healing energy because it's like we got to keep that with the momentum. All
Yeah.
right,
Yeah.
and we want to put the masculine energy as the head,
Yeah.
the man, the head. I don't really 50-50 as far as because I like to work, but if my husband wants me to have a seat or sit down and be like wifely duties at home type of energy, I will. I wouldn't even fight him for that. I wouldn't even fight with him if that is what he wants me to do. But as a feminine energy myself, I would want to see my masculine energy in position of leadership as the head of the household. That we can go 50-50 on certain things though, to balance it all out all around the board. You know what I'm saying? But
Yeah.
some of us, we still are cheering for y'all divine masculines, and I'm just sending love and healing energy to all of you guys out there, and you're not alone.
Yeah.
All right,
And
that's
same
all I'm
thing
gonna
with
say.
y'all. We with y'all too, man. Like man, we with y'all too, man. Like I wouldn't know what to do without the female, man. Like to be honest, like I love women so much. Like
Like, we
I did
need
that
y'all for
time,
real, for
man.
real.
I was gone for 7. I did 7 years. And before I did 7, me and my little brother used to always talk when we was like kids and shit. Cause before we started getting locked up, our niggas used to always like go to juvenile, all like back and forth. And me and my brother used to be in a room like, bruh, how the fuck is these niggas away from females for so long, bruh? Like for years, like no pussy or nothing. And we was like, man, how the fuck can we just be like away from females for so long? But when I was forced to do that, you get what I'm saying? I didn't have no
Yes.
choice. But when I was growing through that, to not be around a female for so long, man, that do something to your mental. You know what I'm saying? That do something to your mental to not have nothing soft, something that smell good, something that's nurturing, something that you get what I'm saying? Something that's just like
Exactly.
we need that shit, man. Like we get charged up off of feminine energy. Like I'm telling you, man, like the right woman, when you have sex with her, man, your manifestations go pouring. Like your cup just go overflow. You gonna be charged up. You gonna have energy, like all type of shit. Like I done had pussy where I worked out right after. I be charged up. Like damn, I'm gonna go work out. I'm gonna do like 500 push-ups. Like you feel me? Like that's what y'all do to us. So for a man to say they don't be needing women is crazy. You know what I mean? We may not need that specific. Look, look. We may not need that specific woman, but overall, we need the female energy. You get what I'm saying? You
Exactly.
know, and
Yes.
same thing with y'all. Y'all may not need that specific man, but y'all need the the masculine energy. Is just nature, is law. Trees don't grow without both seeds. You get what I'm saying? That's just how it goes. You get what I'm saying?
Exactly.
So we go always forever be at an imbalance whenever you don't have one another. You get what I'm saying? And it don't always gotta just be in a relationship. It could just be on, business, you know, just whatever. Friendship, it don't always gotta be sexual. It don't always got to be sexual. You can get charged up off a conversation. You could be at work and be like, "Man, I had a conversation, man,
Exactly.
with this guy at my job, and just the masculine energy, it motivates. You get what I'm saying? The feminine energy, it motivates. It do
Mm-hmm.
something for both of us. You get what I'm saying? But when people be hurt for so many years and betrayed for so many years, and just hold so much bitter and betrayal, they can't let that shit go. You feel me? They so prideful. They're so egotistical. You know what I'm saying?
Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. Yeah, you froze too.
Oh, okay.
But I can hear
Froze
you
like a
though.
motherfucker.
Yeah, I can hear you though. Somebody
Oh,
tried to
okay.
call you too, huh?
I don't know what the hell just happened. It's just like it did nothing happen. It's just acting crazy.
Yeah, somebody tried to call me. That's why it froze up on my end.
It says can't open camera. Try restarting your phone.
Oh, what about now? Oh, okay. Okay. Yeah. Can you hear
So
me?
I just yeah, I can hear you. I
I
just
think you
took the
gotta flip your
camera off.
camera forward and back, but that's cool too though. But
You said what?
no, I was saying, like, yeah, man, it's not about being right or wrong. It's not about, you feel me? Like I always say that, man. Like I be feeling like women feel like they don't be being heard. They feel like a man don't hear them out. You know what I'm saying? I feel like also, right? Women got to be open to be receptive of the information that they're getting from whoever that they're with. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like you got to have a level of trust. Like, okay, I trust this person's guidance. Because you won't be with the person anyway if you didn't trust their guidance. You get what I'm saying? You know,
Yeah.
I think we forget that. You know what I'm saying? Like to hear her out. You know what I'm saying? Like I wouldn't even put myself in her in my vicinity if I felt like she didn't hold a type of intellect or wisdom about her for me not to at least hear her out. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Most men just thick headed as fuck, don't want to hear nobody out, don't want to, you feel me? Like, they running hard on their sleeve. They too hard, man. They too hard. And that's an imbalance when you too hard. You know what I'm saying? When you can't hear your woman out. You know what I'm saying? When you always think you right. You know what I'm saying? And that's the thing. And like you said, man, shadow work. If you don't work on your shadow, man, if you don't work on your shadow, man, listen, man, it's gonna show in your real life. It's gonna show in your real life, man. For
Yeah,
sure.
and the shadow work will also it will lessen the stigmatism against the black culture. If
Yeah,
you know, as far as the different stigmas that our people are up against,
yeah, yeah.
more
Hell yeah.
shadow work, more healing.
Yeah. And when we say shadow work, we talk about like what I was just saying, like knowing your nastiness and your addictions and stuff that you know you gotta work on. You feel me? That you don't show the public, that you hide from the internet, that you don't show or that you don't tell your family. So like it could be anything, like knowing you gotta clean your house up and your house nasty as shit. Knowing you gotta clean your room up and cleanliness is the next thing to godliness. You know what I'm saying? So
Yeah,
knowing you gotta do this, that, and the third, but you're not doing it. You know what I'm saying? You jumping into relationship after relationship after relationship, but you haven't healed yet. That's shadow work. You know what I'm saying?
yeah.
Like, uh,
Being
forgiving
able
your
to deal
parents.
with yourself, being able to sit with yourself, being able to deal with things that you feel like is something that's not a good thing to the outside world. Like it's just dealing with yourself. You sitting in your shadow. You dealing with it. You sitting in even sitting in the dark on a physical level. You know what I'm saying? Doing shadow work, doing release work. Like I found myself like in the dark doing shadow work, like for real, like doing release work, and it
It's
worked,
it's
and it
crazy
does
you
work.
said that. Man, I was watching something on YouTube, man. It was a Chinese guy though. He practiced like Hinduism and Buddhism and stuff like that. And he corresponded to like, cause dark matter energy, you know what I'm saying? You pull, everything started in darkness, you know what I'm saying? But
Yes,
when you sit in darkness for a certain amount of time, you tend to you just pull from the universe. You know what I'm saying? You pull it from the universe, the dark matter energy, and it worked. You know what I'm saying? It worked. It's also scary too at the same time though. I mean, not scary. It's a release. So you gonna go through a withdrawal. You know what I'm saying? Why you doing it? You feel me? But it's worth it though. You know what I'm saying? It's worth
yeah,
it. You know,
it is. It is.
it's definitely worth it. You feel lighter. You like, damn, man, I had to go through that. Man, I had to do that. You know what I'm saying? You know, but yeah, man, you know, and I feel like, I feel the same way you feel, man. Like women, we need y'all, man. I know y'all feel like y'all work too hard to get to where y'all at. Y'all don't want nobody to take the credit. Y'all want to be heard. Y'all ain't no bitch ass niggas too. The fuck? Y'all ain't no bitch ass niggas, man. Y'all go, man, like
For
what the fuck?
real.
Like, and don't know nigga won't know weak ass female nigga. Because if something
Already.
happened something happened to me or something happened to your guy, you want somebody strong to be able to put that money on that books to go down here and pick this up and do this and do that and still be able to take care of the business. But how
Exactly.
she gonna be able to take care of the business if you never taught her how to? You never held her hand. You never showed her. You never taught her. If you can't teach her nothing, she won't be able to. You gotta literally treat. It sounds crazy, but you gotta really treat women like kids because you gotta teach them. Because they would say they know, but they really don't really be knowing until you really gotta teach them. You get what I'm saying? And it's just part of being you got it sounds crazy, but it's the truth, man. You know what I'm saying? You got to really hold their hand. That's why I like old school traditional guys when they walking across the street, they holding their woman hand. She in the inside. He on the outside by the cars. You know what I'm saying? Safety. You know what I'm saying? He's sitting by the door. You feel me? He closer to the door. If something happened, he could see the door. Like stuff like that. Just war. Women don't naturally think about war. You know what I mean? Like life or death situation, men naturally just thinking like, man, I could possibly die in this bitch. I could possibly kill somebody in this bitch. You know what I'm saying? Like, so it's always safety first with us. It's always protection first with us. You know what I'm saying? And a lot of times we may say some shit or correct y'all on some shit, and y'all may take it as he being insecure or overprotective, or it's just men are wired to think everything like life death situations. You get what I'm saying? So that's how we view it. You know, women like to have fun, y'all. You know, we like to have fun too, but most men are not. You know, we're stoic. Most men are stoic. You know what I mean? Uh, that's how we win wars. That's how we continue to win wars. You know what I mean? We can't be lackadaisy. You know what I'm saying? We can't play with this shit. You feel me? Um, but you know, birds of a feather flock together. You know, heavy as the head, where's the crown? You know, and they say it's lonely at the top, but it's really not. You know, when you're talking to God, you know what I mean? Um, but you know, I love it, man. I love the journey. You know, you go have ups, you go have downs, but the thing is to just
Exactly.
keep growing, keep going, and keep working. You feel me? The shit don't stop. You know what I'm saying?
Healing is forever. You just get better.
Facts. You get better, you get wiser, you get stronger. Your endurance, you be like, damn, like this would have pissed me off 3 years ago. This shit, like
Hmm.
they say, be like Bruce Lee, be like water. That's the truth. You gotta have that 0 point. That 0 point where you be like, man, don't nothing phase me, man. Don't nothing phase me, don't nothing piss me off. It's easier said than done, but when you really get to that Zen point, that Zen, like this would have pissed me off 36 months ago, 48 months ago. But now I'm like the growth, like, you know what I mean? You had spoke on, you know, reading my watching my old videos, right? And
Yeah.
you spoke like, you know, I was more lighter, I was more bubbly, I was more uh, you know, just
Yeah.
you know, lighter, right? You
Yes.
know, but what it is it's the same thing, right? It's you know, I still carry that same light, but I feel like I have grown. I felt like my experiences, because for one, I'm in a way better position than when I was 3 years ago, right?
Right.
Literally, like physically, mentally, spiritually, I feel better. I'm in the best shape I ever been in my life. But outwardly, I was keeping up with the Joneses. I had, you know, I was broke monetarily. You know what I mean? It looked like I was happier, but I really wasn't. You know what I mean? Because I had material shit. I had an Infinity. I had all these. I had jewelry. You know, but so outwardly I looked happy. You know what I'm saying? But inwardly I'm keeping up with the Joneses. I still had that knowledge, power, you know, knowledge, wisdom, and intellect, and all of that. You know, now I really have substance. I really have a business. You know what I mean? I'm really building. You know what I'm saying? I am in a better situation than I am 3, 4 years ago. You know, and things that made me mad then don't make me mad now. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Right.
you know, and if you the same way you was yesterday, we doing something wrong. You know, we doing something wrong. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Uh, and that's be the thing too, man. We gotta keep it 100 with ourselves, like man, like you know, we be wanting it to be like this, but is it really like that though? You gotta really be real with yourself. Like, am I really putting in the work, or am I just you feel me? And I had to do that, man. Like, damn, bro. Like, man, you talk. And as a man, you got to be about action. You can't just be all talk. As a man, you got to put that. You got to put that work in. It's easy to just sit on here and talk about kumbaya and say we go do this, that, and the third. Okay, but how we go eat? You know what I mean? How we go
Right.
eat? You know what I'm saying? Like how we go build for real? You know what I'm saying? How we go put a roof over our head? You know what I'm saying? And that's where it's at right now, man. You know, we be lazy. You know, we really don't be wanting to put the work in for real, man. That's what it's about, really putting the work in, you know, even through the tough times when we don't want to get up, when we got our heart broke, still gotta put that work in. You still gotta put that work in. You feel me? And that's where
Yeah,
I'm at,
heart
man.
rates
You
make
know?
you go harder. Shit.
Oh, it do, don't it? It make you go harder. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Like, you know, that's that chaos energy. That chaos energy it just turn you up. You just start moving shit. It makes you move. God will put you in a position to force you out of a situation that He don't want you in.
exactly.
Will make it uncomfortable for you. You feel me?
Yes.
Like, man, you
Yes.
don't supposed to be at this bitch ass job, nigga. That's why they fucking with you because you don't supposed to be here.
You were supposed to be there. You blocking another blessing.
You blocking a whole nother blessing, man. Cause you comfortable. You comfortable. You know what I'm saying?
But you wanna
Comfortability will have
stay.
you
You wanna
stagnant.
stay with this company instead of doing what I told you to do.
Exactly. Exactly. So, but yeah, man, I love the journey though, man. It's fun, man. It's fun, you know. I always say heavy is the head that wears the crown, man. So, and I don't want to really be a leader because with a leader is, you know, they hold you up under high expectations
Exactly.
and and uh and they kind of put you in a box like you don't supposed to do this or you can't do that or you can't do this. I just want to I just want to get through one person. If I get through one person, I did my job. You know what I'm saying? And word of mouth, if they come, they come. That's cool. But I don't want to really be no leader because most leaders get, you feel me? They get X'd out. You know what I'm saying? They get backdoored. They get betrayed. You feel me? Um, Especially in today's time. You feel me? You know.
Yeah. But you gotta look at it from a higher perspective too. We moving shit out the way.
Mm, mm, yeah.
Hey, ain't gonna go through all that spiritual warfare for nothing. We gonna move some shit. The ancestors got us, the divine got us, the most high God got us, the higher power got us. So it's like, who could come against us? Who could win against us when you got them behind, when you got that energy about yourself, and that energy is right there. You possess that energy. Man, I'm gonna move some shit out the way. We're gonna move some shit
These
out the way.
motherfuckers, because you got to think about it, man. These motherfuckers is in the industry. We dealing with these families, you know what I'm saying, that control all this shit. We dealing with extraterrestrials. And I know our ancestors, you know, I know the Anunnaki, they got us. You feel me? Uh, but I feel like honestly, in our time, I feel like I feel like we just here in our time, in our lifetime to just raise the frequency. You know what I
Exactly.
mean?
Raise it, teach about it.
Yeah. Just make the planet better than what it than how it came. You know what I'm saying? Raise it just a little bit and then we done, type shit. You know what I'm
Exactly.
saying? Just do our
Exactly.
part. You know what I'm saying? Cause you know it's a big beast that we fighting, man. You know what I'm saying? Like you know, and they ain't playing fair. Ain't no fair game
Ain't
with
no
this shit.
fair listen, ain't no fair game at all. It ain't never
Yeah,
been no fair game.
ain't no fair game. Like I just did a video on the streets is a myth. You know what I'm saying? Ain't no, they talk about women and kids is off limits. When have women and kids been off limits in war? You know what I mean? When you go into Iran and you got 5 and 6 year olds with AKs and shit. You feel me? So
Yeah.
it's like, like you can't have no heart with this shit. It sounds fucked up, but that's the truth. You know? Um, that's how we got enslaved. You know what I mean? That's how our culture got enslaved, being having hearts, you know what I'm saying? And it's a balance. You're supposed to know when to. They say when you seek peace, you prepare for war. When you seek peace, you prepare for war. So it's not going to always be la 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 la. Get your ass, get your head cut the fuck off. Playing. You
Fact.
feel me? So that's where I'm at with it, man. But let my platform know where they can find you at.
Well, my channel is Black Goddess Intuitive Healer. Um, you can come over there. I teach about healing. I'm very well. You end up taking me however you take me. You know what I'm saying? Because when I bring the downloads, I don't. I bring the downloads, and I that's just I'm strict about you know my I'm strict about who I am and what I do because I had to fight for my
Position.
identity. Yeah, my position, my identity. But yeah, come over there to my channel, check me out, like, share, subscribe. And I love you guys and thanks for having me.
I appreciate you too for taking the time out, Goddess. It's a delight. I've been watching your channel for years. Um, and I appreciate what you've been doing for the collective. And keep doing it, man. Don't stop.
Thank you.
All right, y'all. We gonna talk to y'all in a minute. Y'all like, comment, subscribe, man.